doing a little live stream tonight. Have a cigar. This would have been a victory cigar, but um, unfortunately, the Hornets didn't hold their end of the bargain. But what do you expect? It wasn't like they were going to beat the Nets. But what did I tell you about Vernon Carey? I told you guys for the longest that Vernon Carey was supposed to start. I made no qualms about it. Vernon Carey deserved to be the starter. Him not starting was a slap in the face, and it goes against all culture. That's just what to see Vernon Carey and to see him just mess up like that. I mean, is to see the coaching staff mess up like that, not using him, not putting him in the roster, not using um, his skill set for this team is a travesty. Shout out to the legend CJ in the house. Says DJ been preaching for the longest. Amen, brother. Yes, have to, have to. Like I said, I wasn't expecting the Hornets to win this game, but I was happy to see Vernon Carey play, and Grant Riller played 2 minutes, and in those 2 minutes, because he shot a three, and he only played 2 minutes. In those 2 minutes, I saw more from Grant Riller than most reserves on that team. And I told you all about Grant Riller. I said from the beginning he was going to be a good player. He just needs the minutes. But I try to tell him, man, just like I tried to point out the month of April. The month of April is so tough in the NBA because there's so many teams that are hungry to make that last playoff spot. And with um, the new installment of the playing tournament, it's going to have 10 hungry teams. Unfortunately, the Hornets are dealing with injuries. But you see why it's important, always important, to play your young guys early. So when injuries happen, you won't be surprised and you can have help. But since James Borrego handicapped the team, they're in a bind. They're scratching and clawing for wins. And I didn't check the standings, but I believe they're close to the ninth seed now. The only break that they have is the Bulls because Levine is out for a couple games due to protocol. Oh, yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because we all saw what Vernon Carey did. Vernon Carey has strong hands. Vernon Carey, he doesn't. You don't have to worry about him fumbling the ball, not doing anything with the ball. He showed a touch from three. He has nimble feet for a big man. I was impressed. Very impressed. Very impressed from him. But I believe Vernon Carey must start the rest of the season. If Vernon Carey does not start the rest of the year, something is wrong with this team. You have a man put on a show like that against the Nets, and I don't believe James Borrego used them as much as he should have. If you watch the game, y'all know what I'm talking about. Boy, this cigar good. Yeah, y'all get them likes up, man. But I'm also disappointed because before the injury to Lamelo Ball, that pick and roll with Vernon Carey, that would have been something to see. That would have been like master work right there. But I like what I saw from the young guys. Again, this is not a loss that I was expecting a win. They were not going to beat the Nets in this game. The Nets just came from a loss, and they were resting their guys against the Sixers. So once I saw KD starting, I'm like, oh yeah, this is definitely not a win. But they showed fight. You know, the Hornets. One thing I give them credit for, the Hornets gonna scrap. They're gonna scrap and claw and play hard. I give them that. I at least give them that. But yeah, Big Vern, man, he showed me some things, man, and he has a bright future. I can't believe, and this is not really to get on James Borrego, but some of his stands are crazy. Remember earlier, I think 2 weeks ago, there were some Hornet fans talking about James Borrego. It should be a Coach of the Year candidate. That's when you know they lost their mind. Shout out to Don34. He says Vernon should have been playing earlier in the season, knowing the big man issues. Yep, he should have been playing. But me, Coach Joe, and everybody else has been saying it. When we say it is World War III, but when somebody else says it's a problem. That's why new media is important, man. We say the stuff that everybody else don't say. We do that for a reason because we speak for the people. We don't want y'all to be bamboozled and led astray and listen to these talking heads. I'm gonna tell you something about old media. Old media is bought and paid for. They have to say the stuff they have to say. If they didn't, then who's gonna pay attention to them? Shout out to Jacoby Williams. He says, "Yeah, Vern went off from the start. Yeah, he was hungry, man. That's what you want. You want dogs on your team. As soon as Big Vern came in that game, Big Vern went to work. He wasn't wasting no time. He wasn't trying to let any of these people try to take away his touches. Every touch he got, he made sure he tried to score. Y'all saw that? That's why he went 4 for 4 starting out. Because um, he was watching how the starting teammates were not giving the youngsters the ball. Vernon Carey was watching through the sideline, and he had the right mindset. That's why I tell Lamelo when he's playing. That's why I watch the game, right? And I tell myself, Lamelo got to just come out there and just take charge because his teammates ain't gonna pass him the ball. And Vernon Carey knew that. That's why he went 4 for 4, and he made sure to take his shots. He said, "Man, I ain't passing that ball out. I'm taking my shots." Shout out to Ghost 91. He said, "Salute DJ. Hornets are a sleeper in the East with the charisma and high energy play on the court. They remind me of the Florida Gulf, Gulf Coast NCAA Sweet 16 back in the day." Well, let's hope that they're an NBA version of it. But thank you for supporting the channel. Jacoby Williams says these coaches need to stop benching their players that needs playing time like Vernon Bobo. Yeah, these coaches overthink too much. because they trying to act like that they made somebody, and that's not even the case. Taufik was good, my brother. Taufik says finally got a big that suit his playing style. 21 points with plus 19 is a great game. Yeah, it's a great first game, man. They Vernon Carey was hungry, man. Vernon Carey was hungry. Jacoby Williams says anybody peep that Kyrie isn't a playmaker. James Harden is definitely missed on the Hornets. Yeah, they need James Harden. Osmond says someone in the management who didn't think Vernon wasn't better than our centers wasn't ready and needs to get fired immediately. Now, what I'm about to say, I know some Warrior fans are gonna get mad, but I knew from then on, even in the draft, I said I wouldn't be surprised if Vernon Carey starts out having offensive production better than Wiseman. Offensively. Offensively. That's what I thought. And now you see the talent. Offense is so easy for Vernon Carey. He doesn't try to do too much. He plays within his game, but he has a skill level to do things that your average big man can't do. He doesn't try to do stuff that's not a part of his repertoire. Boy, this cigar hit him. Dom34 said we should look for a guard forward in this draft or trade at some point next season for a possible all star. Well, there's some moves they could make. I'm really mad at Michael Jordan, man. I wish he didn't overpay for Gordon Hayward. Because you're seeing what did Miles Bridges had today? 33 points? 34 points? This is what Miles Bridges could do. Now, I saw it early on, but remember, this wasn't a Mitch Kupchak move. Mitch Kupchak did not, and I read the reports, did not want Gordon Hayward. It was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan been wanting Gordon Hayward since Gordon Hayward was playing for Utah, for Butler, because he reminds him of a poor man's bird. He's not even close to that. When Larry Bird played back then, for the old heads in the chat, y'all know what I'm talking about. Larry Bird was that dude, man. Larry Bird was dependable. Larry Bird can make his points without taking someone's shots. You give Larry Bird 6 shots, he'll make that into mixture of twos and threes. He gets you about 20 plus with that, with 6 shots. Or close to 20 points off the back. That's how efficient Larry Bird was. And Larry Bird was a willing passer, too. People forget that. He made sure that everybody get a good touch. That's why they love playing with him. Larry Bird was a bad boy, man. He was a bad boy, man. They did not want to mess with Larry Bird. Because Larry Bird, they used to call him in game because he in the games like that. If he got the ball at the last minutes of the game, you're most likely not going to win. So Gordon Hayward is not even close to his talent. Not even a poor man version of it. Osmond says Melo and Vern pick and roll gonna be lethal. No more worrying about bigs who can't catch. Oh yeah, that won't happen next year. Big Vern showed y'all tonight that he ain't dropping them dimes. He's not dropping no dimes at all. Isn't that so easy? Man, I was watching this game tonight, and let me know if y'all was thinking the same thing. I was thinking like, man, when LaMelo comes back, I don't want to hear another thing about James Borrego. The fact that he wouldn't play Vernon Carey, when he played in the G League, there were so many talent experts saying, "Why is he in the G League? Why is he in the G League?" That's what they were saying. And Grant Riller, he was tearing it up in the G League too. Grant Riller in this game got 2 minutes. He should have had more minutes. Did y'all see that three that Grant Riller hit? Don't tell me that kid ain't got no game. Was good for Fozzie. Fozzie was good, man. He said, let's remember he was ranked higher than Lamelo at some point in high school. Well, that's because of politics, but he was ranked high. But Lamelo out of high school, he almost averaged a triple-double and couldn't get number one consideration. But Vernon Carey is that dude. He was worth his ranking. Vernon Carey was worth his top 5 ranking. But I'm talking about, like, LaMelo should have been ranked number one. That's a separate issue. But I'll say this. Vernon Carey out of high school was top 3. I said top 5, but really he was top 2. He was that dude in high school. Talfi says, I'm good dealing with the slight headache, though. Dom34 says, Grant Riller, good future role player for us. Yes, he is. And y'all see what Grant Riller does? He doesn't force the issue. When they have lineups with him and LaMelo, watch what I tell you. Grant Riller can get his points without taking touches away from Lamelo Ball. Testing 123 said, ain't nothing realer than Grant Riller. Oh yeah, that's gonna be his nickname too. Watch Eric Collins say that. I bet y'all Eric Collins is gonna say that. Eric Collins is gonna say, ain't nothing realer than that brother Grant. Dom 34 says, remember Riller and Vernon are close. Yes, they are. And they were close before the NBA. Remember, Grant Riller played at College of Charleston. That's in North Carolina. Vernon Carey played at Duke. So they're very close. Bray says they would have won more games if JB would have played Vernon earlier in the season. The reason why JB didn't do that, we got 30 plus in the chat. Make sure y'all hit the like button. The reason why James Borrego didn't do that, let's cut the chase. James Borrego has his favorites, and he ride or dies with his favorites, no matter what, even if they lose games that they shouldn't lose. That's JB's problem. See, I've been fair on JB because I've at least stated that James Borrego is a good X's and O's coach. What he's not good at is roster development and rotations. See, when you start using emotion and start playing favorites, you're not going to get the best. You're not going to get the best starting lineups. Let me keep reading these. Joseph Modesto was good, brother. He says, oh, man, even casuals can see the difference. Don't see the need to be a coach, understand that. Yeah, you don't have to be a coach to understand what's going on. Like I said, y'all don't have to be a coach to understand the game within the game. Hey, can y'all do me a favor? Y'all sent the link, share the link with everybody so they can step in there and join the cookout. I'm in the backyard right now. Have a cigar, chilling. What's good? What's good, G? Drop the mic in the building. Yeah, I do see it in game adjustments. Should have been doing that. Should have been doing that, man. But this is what happens, man. This is what happens when you overcoach and overthink, man. Sometimes coaches got to chill out and see what's there. That's why I like what Memphis, one thing I like about the Grizzlies, they play so hard and they win games that they shouldn't be winning But that's all about coaches not trying to overcoach. Okay, I got this player on my roster. He could do this. I got that player on my roster. He could do that. That's what understanding personnel is all about. You could be good at X's and O's all you want, but if you don't got the heartbeat or the chemistry with your team, you're not gonna win that many games at all. But yeah, I was really happy to see Vernon Carey, and it was good to see Grant Willard, even though he needs to play more than 2 minutes. I'm glad he got that 3-point shot off. But Grant Willard, if you're going to give him lower minutes, at least give him 15 minutes. This team hasn't went to the playoffs since 2016, and now they're getting senioritis. That doesn't make no sense to me. You're losing all these games, and you're getting senioritis all of a sudden. Senioritis. That doesn't even make no sense. Shout out to Uncle Vern. He said, hit the like button. What's good, family? Yeah, hit the like button. Boy, I'm just chilling, man. Chilling. Chilling before I go to work tomorrow. It's been a good day. How y'all doing today, man? Y'all doing good today? Dom34 says, what moves we make this summer and off-season workouts will be important. Yeah, the moves they make will be important, man. They can't stand still. They have something with Vernon Carey. But if there's one thing that the Hornets need to do, because there's some people talking about Malik Monk needs to stay. Here's the deal. Malik Monk can stay, but he has to get Lamelo Ball that #1 jersey. Since he wanted to be all high and mighty and not give the brother the number, and this dude the #3 overall pick. But if they don't retain him, it's cool with me. I'm not tripping at all. It is what it is. Osman said Bridges should be a full-time starter when he resigns after next season. Trade Hayward as he gets older. Yeah, you got to cut your losses, man. You got to cut your losses and understand that you overpaid and take that L. Take the L. You got a young team. You got Miles Bridges developing. Besides, that was not a Mitch Kupchak move, like I said, to get Gordon Hayward. That's all Michael Jordan. Everybody and their mama knows that was Michael Jordan because he wanted the next Larry Bird, and he wanted to make a move. That's always Jordan always do that. He just can't get in the way. He got that little Jerry Jones itis in him. He just for some reason can't let the organizations do their job. He's always got to step in them. I'm telling you, Michael Jordan would do so well as an owner if he just let people do their jobs. So he pretty much told Mitch Kupchak, hey, you got your guy in Lamelo Ball. Let me get mine and Gordon Hayward. When I see Gordon Hayward play, I'm not trying to hate. I'm being real. He's not letting the young guys cook. He want to play point forward, so he slows the pace down because, of course, he don't want to run. And that's a problem. That's a problem, man. That's a serious problem. This had to get this cigar ready. We got Armand Odion says, Coach JB praises Melo when he's not playing, but when he's there, he's blind. And he literally admitted that he has historic stats in the last interview. Yeah, that trips me out. That trips me out. That's some funny money stuff right there. That's some funny money stuff right there. Shout out to Ray. Ray says, now they have to deal with Gordon Hayward's contract for the next 3 years. Miles Bridges should be started. Yeah, Miles definitely he needs to be started. I've seen enough of Miles to know that Miles Bridges deserves to be the starter. Like he literally deserves it. Osman says they underestimated Melo not being a franchise player. Yeah, they thought LaMelo was going to be a good player, but they didn't think he was going to be a franchise player. They admitted that. And Coach admitted that he sees Manu Ginobili in Leangelo, meaning he wants to do what Pop did to Ginobili, make him a facilitator and not let him score and do his thing. I'm telling you all what I'm seeing, man. They trying to turn Melo into a pass first player, and that's just he's more than that. You're not gonna get the best LaMelo if you're gonna do that. Let LaMelo cook. Let him control the offense. Cause you see Trey Young and everybody else got the green light. Luka and everybody else. John Morant got the green light, but the number 3 overall pick can never get a green light because they don't have a coach that defines roles that tells players, hey, this is our point guard. We run everything through him. I want y'all to simplify y'all game. See, that's what an OG coach does. But since JB doesn't want to hurt his favorites and his teacher pets' feelings, you get what you get. Dom34 said the mock draft has us taking Cam Thomas from LSU. If we take him, I would move Hayward or Rozier. Shoot, I would move. If you're gonna move them, you gotta move Devontae Graham. Devontae Graham's in the way. I'm sure he's a nice kid, but when he plays, he thinks it's his show. And for LaMelo's development, for Vernon Carey's development, they cannot have players like that taking away the shine. Because you're not going to win doing that. You're not going to win doing that. I told everybody about this April schedule, and they were telling me that was cap. Now they coming back, hitting my DMs, telling me, dang, DJ, man, you were right, man. I thought you were hating on the Hornets. Why would I want the Hornets to lose when LaMelo's coming back at the end of the season? I want them to win, but seeing how they play, seeing them playing that rink-a-dink auto-zone defense, and seeing Devontae Graham taking any shot he wants, I saw the writing on the wall. Shout out to Bartran. Bartran says, do JB survive into next season? Yeah, because of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan has say, I think Michael Jordan going to bring him back, even though there's better coaches out there. Again, JB, X's and O's, he's good. But he can't relate to these players. And the NBA is about relating to players, man. That's what the NBA is about. The Hornets need a coach that just understands that this is how you build a young franchise player in Lamelo Ball. This is how you surround Lamelo Ball with young talent and bring a Vernon Carey along as a starter. He should have been playing because no way Bismack, Biyombo, and Zeller are better than him. In one game, I saw more from Vernon Carey than I ever did from Bismack Biyombo and Zeller. We have 40+ people in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button. Armand says, bruh said when he got injured, they were winning. Now he's depressed when he has to coach this G League team. You see what happens? Toffee says, I'm going to tell you this. In this year's draft, the rookie that Charlotte will get will be treated better than LaMelo. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. The treatment will be better. If JB is still there, yeah. Because JB will feel like, hey, this is a player I can control. And LaMelo, he's a dog, so he don't let anybody control him. Bartran says JB will finish up this year, but I think for the next level, they will have to let him go. Yeah. For them to be at their net. Remember, this coach before LaMelo Ball has a .338. I'm saying before Lamelo Ball, of course. BL. BL before Lamelo. This coach was like, I understand if JB was a 500 coach coming into the season, but they defending a coach who's not even 500 in his career. Osman said that's why they overpaid for Hayward because they didn't think they had a franchise player on the roster. That's true. We said it, but we was called fans, so I guess we keep being right. Osman said, "Did you see Alex Caruso locking up Devontae? Yeah, and I saw them costly turnovers too. I told y'all, Devontae is a role player. Stop trying to make him something he's not. See, I was taking away that pressure. I didn't put pressure on Devontae because I knew what he was. He was a role player. And did you see that article today? James Borrego said that this is when you know you need a new coach. You see a player getting in the way of LaMelo's progression, and this coach came out here and said Devontae is important to this program, this team. He said that in the article about Rick Burnell. That's a travesty. That's a freaking travesty, man. You cannot have that on your team. You can't have that around. Wolf Engineer says, how does your audio sound so crisp outside? Well, it's magic, my brother. It's magic, my brother. Testing 1 2 3. You're right, man. When you say Hornets have identity problems, that's all coaching too. Coaches got to instill that. Give people defined roles. When a coach does that, there won't be no identity problems. Dom34 said, facts. Right. I would take Jason Kidd, Mark Jackson, Jock Vaughn, take Don Nelson out of retirement. There's so many coaches, man. They can't tell me there's no coaches that could coach this team at a high level. Because they're gonna give, like, if Jason Kidd was coaching this team, he'd know to give the ball to LaMelo Ball. And he's telling them, look, we ain't trying to have all these people dribbling up the ball, man. We ain't doing that. Give the damn ball to LaMelo. Stop doing this positionless basketball. Now, you could do that when you got LeBron James, but you ain't got no LeBron James on the Hornets. And you know Gordon Hayward is not even on that level to be playing point forward. Cabria Rogers says JB would rather lose than play the rookies. Only plays them when he doesn't have a choice not to play them. But Hornets fans think he is a coach of the year. Yep. Funny how that works. Mad Hat. What's good, Mad Hat? He says, my only issue with starting Vernon Carey, he still doesn't address the weight issues. If they put a big power forward beside him, that might work. He's got moves, man. He could do a lot. He's doing a lot better than, no matter what the weight is, he's doing a lot better than Biombo and Zeller. And I'll take that, weight issues and all. Wolf Engineer says, God damn, good magic going on. Yeah, the audio sounding clear. Yeah, that crypto, man. What's that? That crypto. Yeah, y'all should be doing that crypto, man. I forgot the name of that. That dog something crypto. Hey, man, get the likes up. We have 40 plus people in the chat. Get the likes up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. DG says, who would you take out of this draft that will complement LaMelo? Since they got Vernon Carey, the big Cam Thomas from LSU. I like him. He's a shooter. You don't have to worry about him just doing a Devontae Graham and that stuff. He's really a shooter. He's a true definition of a shooting guard. Look up Cam Thomas. He doesn't try to do too much. He plays within his game, fundamentally sound. He comes from winning. He played for Coach Smith and Oak Hill Academy. He's a winner. Oh, yeah, that Dodge coin. Yeah. Yeah, Cam Thomas is a good pickup. Matt Hash says they'll keep Hayward's contract to pay Lamelo in 4 years. Think of him as cap space. I don't want Gordon Hayward around. Oh man. The only way I'm cool with Gordon Hayward staying is if they tell him stop doing this point forward crap. But they're not gonna do that. Dom34 says go back to his high school and highlights in college. Yeah, Cam Thomas is that dude. Cam Thomas is a bucket and he will make his open threes. Watch what I tell you. I've scouted. I've watched a lot of film on Cam Thomas. He's the shooting guard I want to pair him LaMelo with. That type of shooting guard. Solid defender. He tries hard. He's just a winner, man. I want winners on this team, man. Ghost 91 said, what's your opinions on Ennis Kenner getting 30 rebounds? A 30 rebound game. He's really underrated. Yeah, he's underrated. If Enes Kenner had a lick of defense, Enes Kenner would have really been a great. He would have been an all-star by now. Enes Kanter would have been an all-star. I really believe if he had a lick of defense. Yeah, I had to get my cigar going. Digi said Hornets are a legit shooting guard and a legit big away from taking them seriously in the league. Yeah, I know it. It's coming. It's coming, man. But do the Hornets see it, though? That's the question. Do the Hornets see it? Do the Hornets see it? But this is a little off topic, but I was thinking about ways to grow this channel, man. Do y'all like these random videos, these random live streams? Not the ones I do on StreamYard, but the ones I do solo. I think I like these better. Also, another way, because they're messing up, they're trying to mess up the algorithm. So what I want y'all to do, if y'all can, actually, even if it's a 99-cent super chat, that helps the algorithm. When I do streams like this, and y'all put a regular comment on a super chat, that helps as well. It don't matter if it's 99 cents. That's offshoots the algorithm, hit the likes up. If I got 50 people in here, gotta have 50 likes. If I have 100 people on here, gotta have 100 likes. They're really trying to mess up what I got going on, and that's because we are new media. We too real. As you know, we're not sugarcoating nothing. We're not sugarcoating a damn thing, and I enjoy this. I enjoy these conversations. Man, when I saw Vernon Carey do what he did, I was so happy to do this video. So happy. Because I knew the jig was up. I knew it. Ghost 91 said, hey, DJ, what's your opinion on the Lakers right now? How do you like Drummond's role? I love it, man. I know a couple YouTubers have been making fun of Drummond. I know I joked with it, too, because I call him, that Kareem Drummond. Really because of Jeannie Buss taking that outrageous photo of him. Yeah, that was too far. But shout out to Wealth Engineering for the $5 super chat to help grow the nation. He said new media. That's what it's all about. People don't understand. I'm going to be honest. YouTube does a lot of stuff to offshoot something, but the reason why new media is still standing is because I don't worry about what YouTube's doing. I'm going to keep making content. And shout out to Wealth Engineering. Wealth Engineering, he sees what New Media is trying to build. He sees it. So he's always in here giving his opinion, donate to the channel because it's not just about me or my channel. It's about truth. And we're going to be a pro-truth channel. And that's why I always say New Media is a family, man. It's a family. It is a family. When I say it, I mean it. Shout out to Daryl Higbottom for the $5 super chat. He said, New Media, support our own. That's what it's all about, man. Like, do y'all know I go to random YouTube channels that I watch, like Cowboys or anybody I watch, and I set a budget to, here and there on a super chat. You know why I do it? Because I was raised on supporting each other. It's more than just money. It's pride to know the fact that you helped build a channel. You played a part in building a channel. I'm telling you, when New Media gets 100,000 subs in the future, organic subs, by the way, you guys are going to be the first ones. When they see me always reading y'all comments and stuff, they're going to be like, why is DJ reading all their comments? Because you guys were here before I hit 100,000 subs. You guys supported me before the YouTube, branding and growing. It's all about that loyalty, man. Shout out to Casanova. He said, what's good, gang? New Media. No doubt, man. Like I said, New Media is a family, man. We got to support each other, man. Nobody in media is going to talk about what's going around with with uh with the coaching situation, Tebe, you name it. Shout out to Yvonne T for the $5 super chat. He said, till this day. See, Yvonne, you've been to day one. You've been to day one. I support all brothers and sisters, and thank you for supporting, brother. That's what he said, till this day. Till this day. Look what's going on around the world, man. If this climate doesn't motivate you to support your brothers, support anybody, independent businesses, I don't know what to tell you. Shout out to Don34. He says, facts, bro, DJ. Casanova says, facts. Man, I swear I came on here and said after Vernon's game, the first G League explosion, that we needed more playing time. Yeah, he needed more playing time, Casanova. He needed more playing time. Hey, but Casanova, we in New Media, not just me, but the subs pointed that out, but they didn't take us seriously because, we're not old media. See, I don't have to be Rick Bonnell or any of these bought out media publications to speak out the real. They thought I was being too harsh when I said that they need a better, younger coach. Not even younger coach. They need a coach that understands player relationships. They thought I was hating on JB, but now they're realizing, look, this coach doesn't play young players unless his back's against the wall. They had so many injuries today. They had 6 or 7 players out. And they had to play Vernon Carey. That was a blessing in disguise. They lost to Brooklyn. Everybody know they're going to lose to Brooklyn. But you saw what happened. Armand says, you dig nightly routine to watch the stream. Oh, yeah, these solo streams. Hey, I got a question. If I did a stream like this after work, because some days at my job, I may not get home until 12. Will they be some people that be here at midnight Pacific time? Y'all let me know. Or close to 11 something. Casanova said, and he dropped 21. LOL. He wastes no time. Shout out to Vernon Carey, because Vernon Carey, credit to him, he watched his team. As soon as he got a touch, he was trying to score. He said, I'm not trying to let these ball hogs ruin my game. Vernon Carey's like, man, I ain't about to let them ruin my game. Yeah, Earl Watson. Now, before they come in here and say Earl Watson is a bad coach, Earl Watson took a situation that's horrible. Like, you can't win like that. I believe Earl Watson would do a good job if he had a second chance. Wealth Engineer says United says, what do you think about former Suns coach leading the Hornets? I would love that, man. Because you're going to give Lamelo the ball, and they can still win. They're in the Eastern Conference. But is Michael Jordan going to do that? Is he going to make that move? Bartran, you're right. No one's going to talk about it. Earl Watson opened the door for Booker. Booker blew up. Because when he really blew up, that's because of Earl Watson. Earl Watson gave him the green light. Before Earl Watson was there, Devin Booker didn't get the green light until Earl Watson came there. And shout out to Monty Williams. He's carrying that mantle and doing his thing. Kenneth McKinney says, I agree, DJ. TV says, Vernon got a nice game. He does. Bartran, yeah, that's the number one fact. He believes in LaMelo. That's all that matters. He's the franchise. You got to get coaches that believe in him. Look at the Hawks. The Hawks got Lloyd Pierce out of there and got a brother, Nate McMillan, who believes in Trae Young, and look at Trae Young. You got to get coaches that believe in you. Chauncey Billups, that's an excellent coach. Chauncey Billups would be a steal. And he can relate to players. And I tell you right now, he's real. Like, he's very honest. If you see him at Clippers games coaching the sidelines, he's so honest with Paul George and Kawhi. Like, most coaches wouldn't tell them the stuff that Chauncey Billups tell them. Chauncey Billups would tell Paul George, hey, man, stop taking dumb shots. But you got Kawhi Leonard in the groove. See, that I need the Hornets to have that type of coach. But I'm praying to the Most High. This team better not re-sign Devontae Graham. If they resign Devontae Graham, then they don't care about players taking away touches from LaMelo and worrying about getting their shots. And if LaMelo leaves, that's going to be their fault. I'm saying it now before it even happens. They better not do that. The Hornets have a good opportunity now in the summer to rectify all the wrongs. But are they going to do it? That's on them. Are they going to do it, though? TB says, Martin had a binge meter tonight, slamming chairs. Yeah. Yeah, Casanova, Vernon Carey had 21 tonight. Oh, Malik Monk? Man, I didn't even think about Malik Monk. Well, if he ain't going to get, like I said earlier in this video, if he ain't going to give LaMelo that jersey, he may not be back. Remember what he was saying beginning of the season? Oh, I can't give him my jersey. Like he been an all-star or something. Oh, you mean Tebe? Oh, I don't know how. I think he had Tebe didn't play. Rozier was taking care of the point guard dude because Terry Rozier didn't play. That's why the Martin twin was playing. Devontae Graham got injured again. And what did I tell y'all? This coach giving Devontae all these minutes is going to hurt his physique, man. He's not a big player. I mean, the minutes, remember before the injury, the coach was giving Devontae close to 40 minutes a game, and he got injured the first time. And I said, oh, that's going to hurt his body, man. TB, yeah, I did see that. Tebe coaching on the sidelines. I'm like, come on, man. You're a player. That's embarrassing. Casanova said, I didn't think so. I swear I didn't see him. Yeah. Casanova says he's too small for all that physicality. Yeah, he is, man. See, a good coach would give him about 27, 25 minutes. I'm being fair. 25 minutes. I'll give him less than that, but I'm just being fair. Like 25 minutes. A veteran role player. Yeah, Nate Darling is hurt. Well, Nate Darling shouldn't get minutes over Grant Riller anyway. But y'all know why he getting minutes. That's another low rated JB teacher's pet. The Hornets' number one objective: get rid of all teachers' pets. All teachers, they gotta go. They gotta go. Because if you keep the teachers' pets, you're gonna have more politicking from the players. See, I could at least respect Rozier because Rozier speaks up. The other night, not this game, but he called out the offense, and he had every right to call out the offense because you can't win playing hero ball. So I'm glad that Terry Rozier spoke up. But when you have players like Devontae Graham, who would never speak up when things are going wrong, that lets me know that you're a teacher's pet. And the Hornets can't afford to have those on the roster. You got to have players that speak their mind. This is the new NBA. Speaking your mind is very important. Just ask the Lakers. The Lakers speak their mind every time. And they may think it's controversial, but hey, they got a ring. Don 34 says, will Mike put his ego aside for the betterment of the Hornets? We'll see. But they got a Rolls Royce and Lamelo right there. So the best thing you can do as an organization is make sure the parts are fine tuned. Right there, given to them, a gift from the Warriors, because Steve Kerr was emotional because he didn't like his father. All I'm saying is, if you're the Hornets, you don't mess this thing up. You'll be a fool to mess it up. Don 34 says Draymond speaks his mind. Yeah, the Warriors are winning. Yeah, because they had KD, but they won before KD. Draymond spoke his mind. You gotta have players. You gotta have dogs. You can't have yes man. You would never win championships with yes man. Not in today's NBA. You just can't do it. No matter if you guys like Montrezl Harrell or not, Montrezl Harrell speaks his mind. Uncle Verse said, "Hey DJ, you heard Jello going to the Hornets? I don't think he's going to Hornets. True that. Unless I hear a reliable source, OG, I ain't going. I ain't going to take a hold of that. Yeah, I've been hearing that rumor going on until with Jello. Until I see it, then I'll say it. PJ Washington, he look like he in the upper room right now. What y'all think? PJ is just out of there. And I don't want to I don't bring up people's personal relationships, but I'll say this. Since he got with such and such, he has regressed. I ain't going to say her name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Matt Hass says PJ is 6'7" with a 7'2" wingspan. Vernon Carey 6'9" with 7-foot wingspan. That isn't going to get it done in postseason. Need to get a true big. Bobo would be great. Yeah, they need to add more size. I think Vernon Carey's 6'10". I may be wrong. I don't know, but y'all let me know. Wealth Engineer, you're right. He said, bro, unless I see him play 1 minute on the field, court, you mean, I won't believe shit. Yeah, I agree. I got to take that approach for Jello because every time I've been hearing rumors about Jello and he doesn't end up playing. So I got to see it to believe it with him. TB says, I don't mind role players being the company man, but not stars in my opinion. You know what? Better yet, I'll say it like this. If you're a role player and you're a company man, don't get in the way of the franchise players and stars. That's all I ask for. You can do whatever you want, but don't try to be out here being a teacher's pet. Go ahead, be a company man if that's your flavor, but don't get in the way. If it was me, I don't want any company folks on the roster. That's just me, how I do things. You can't win in today's NBA too much. You can't win having yes man. TB says, it does not make sense for Jello this year. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. But I'm about to roll, man. I may do a morning video like this too. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Before I go, I gotta say this. I gotta read this. Yvonne said Martin Twins was looking on Vernon Carey. Yeah, I spotted that. The Martin Twins ain't off the hook. All that shadow defense they're doing. I keep hearing that they play defense, but they get cooked every time. They're great defenders. Please. If that's defense, I don't know what defense is. I don't know what defense looks like if that's defense. But that look like freaking Three Stooges defense right there. all that running and jumping just to get scored on. But thank you guys for joining the show. Get the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll probably do a morning thing tomorrow. You know, support, share the content. And Casanova says Cody is the only one who somewhat plays defense. Yeah, he tries. Oh, that Caleb, man. That Caleb. I don't know. I don't know about him. Casanova, you're right. Caleb do think he LaMelo. Yeah, we definitely don't need the Martin twins back. They could go. But peace, and I'm out.